guys. So, learning how to use this new little stick thingy. Probably shouldn't do it while I'm driving, but you know, I ain't got nothing better to do. I'm driving down Center Street because my mama's moving and she needs boxes. And I have been getting a lot of packages lately, so I have some boxes. Not some real big ones, but you know, they're nice and sturdy. You should get quite a bit of little stuff in them. And my best friend, one of my best friends, is moving. And so I'm really upset about that, and I'm trying to process everything. We haven't been apart in like 12 years. The only time we were apart in these 12 years was when I moved here to Tennessee. Because we're originally from Kentucky. And we would always come down here and do our shopping, you know, at Sam's Club. Because we wasn't lucky we didn't have no Sam's Club in Pikeville. So, anyway, during the course of the 12 years, we've only been apart like for that 1 year. But, you know, he would come down and shop almost every other month, so it's really like we wasn't apart. But where he's moving away to is West Virginia, and he was able to get him a house, and you know, I'm glad and I'm happy for him, but it's just sad because it's going to be very, very rare that I'm able to get out that way, or he's able to get back here. So we'll probably just be one of them like FaceTime friends, you know. So I've been, you know, having that on my mind, and then I've been, you know, upset with little Summer and things, and the Boswell baby, and just the little boy in West Virginia. Just the other day, I was watching the news, and they said that a mom or a dad, or both of them, had stuck their kid in a deep freezer. Like, he had been dead for a while, and they stuck him in the deep freezer. I absolutely don't know what's going on. Like, the cheese has done slid off everybody's crackers. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why, but I feel just heartbroken over all of these babies and kids, and even, you know, there's women being kidnapped and trafficked. I mean, it's just the world, literally the world, has lost its mind. If the world had a mind, it's gone. It need to be committed because it's lost it. I'll never know why people do what they do. I'll never know, and it's just really breaks down to just pure evil. You know, that's the only thing I can explain. There is evil and there is good, and there's even some neutral in the middle. You know, because everybody's got a little bit of a dark side. Grown-ups, you know, kids. I don't see that in kids, but you know, grown-ups. I think everybody, even me. Even poor little old simple-minded me. Even me. I have some, you know, like, I guess evil. I have good and evil. I mean, everybody does. We're human. And sometimes, you know, things get the best of me, and I get mad, and I say things that I shouldn't say, or I act on impulses that I shouldn't act on. But I would like to think that I have more good in me than evil. I would hope. But, you know, we're all human. We all have problems. That truck's gonna let me go because he is turning, and he is real big and like probably tear off my front bumper. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We all have good and evil in us, but I will never, ever, ever understand how the mind works. How in the world? What makes somebody go nuts and just say, oh, well, I'm going to kill my child today, or, you know, I'm going to throw him in a freezer or a lake or out a window? I'll never know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what makes people do these horrible things. I don't, because I'm like, you know, I'm like a Disney princess, you know. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I love me some Disney and like SpongeBob and like happy rainbows. Like, I don't like the gloomy side of life. I really don't. And the only reason I started talking about Little Summer is because I was just there at the Warriors Park that day with my little girl, and I don't know, for whatever reason, it just popped in my head, and I felt like I just needed to take a moment and just kind of have a quiet moment for her, because from what I had seen and read, it didn't seem like she was getting any kind of a moment, you know, other than just scared, lonely, afraid, maybe even being hurt, because, you know, at that point we still don't know if she has been taken or if she's laying dead somewhere. I'm hoping that if someone did take her, it was somebody that loved her and wanted to do right by her and maybe get her out of a situation that they felt that she was in. But the more that the news goes on, the more days that pass, I really feel like she's not with us no more, that she has passed on. And I think something happened at the lake that day, and it was an accident, maybe with the boy, maybe with Summer by herself, just goofing off, you know, and had a tragic accident. But why not come forward? Why not just say, hey, you know, this happened, and I didn't mean for it to happen, and the only reason I think something tragic happened to her and that they tried to cover it up is because, you know, they were there drinking, and I don't want to say his name, but H, the boy, was underage, and she probably knew that she would have been arrested on the spot if they found out that she had given alcohol to a minor and then allowed her daughter to have an accident and maybe, you know, negligent in that way. But it's all speculation. I don't know. I don't want to speak ill of the family because, you know, there's not been no new evidence or anything. I feel awful for the family, and now Don is supposedly up and missing. I mean, where the heck did he go? I mean, either he got mad at Candace and split town, or he maybe is with the police and maybe working with the police. Maybe, he's running from the police. Who knows? I mean, only the family would know, obviously. But I don't know. Things is crazy. The world's done lost its mind. So, alright guys, I'm getting ready to pull in at my mom's house to give her these boxes because she is moving. She'll be taking my friend's house, which is directly beside of me, so I won't have to drive all this way just to get to her house. I love everybody, and I'll see you back in a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and stop this. Well, when I get down here, because I don't think I can do it right now. This driveway, I'll just tell you. I'm going to put this down. Her neighbor is outside, and she's always in like a sports bra and like, swimming in or pulling things, and that's cool. I swim in a sports bra. I have a bathing suit too, but I hardly ever use it. Okay guys, but I just didn't want to get her on camera because, she's nice. I don't want to, get her privacy rights. You know what I'm saying? Okay, bye. Alright, guys. Alright, so. On the road again. Yeah, back to what I was saying. My mom is moving. She'll be over there next to me by the 1st. And then my friend, which lives by me now, the one that's moving, he said his last day over there will be actually Thursday. So, I mean, I've literally had no time. Hold on, guys, let me shorten this. kind of hold it steady. I've had no time to get used to the idea of him moving because he just, I kind of had my suspicions because over the last few months he's been acting real weird. And, like, I've noticed him, like, taking stuff down or, like, moving stuff or, like, making so many trips to West Virginia. And it didn't really add up. So I thought to myself, well, he's probably moving and got him a place finally. And his boyfriend had land, and so I guess they all went in together and got him a brand new double wide, big, pretty double wide. So I'm happy for him. I really am. I'm gonna miss him because we haven't been apart in years. Like I said, I moved here 6 years ago. Been here 6 years, and the first year we were down here, my friend Jordan, he just was like, one day out of the blue, I was maybe here like a year by that time, he was like, are you gonna be home later? And I was like, yeah. Why? And I was like, are you in town doing some shopping? And he's like, yeah, I'll be there later. He's like, can we stay with you or whatever? He's like, I'm done with this place. And I thought he was he was joking or meaning like maybe, oh, I'm going to come down in a few weeks. No. Him, his brother, his mommy and daddy showed up at my door later that same day. And I said, boy, you wasn't kidding, was you? Like, you was on it. You said you was done. You was going. I thought he meant like we going to come down in a few weeks and stay with you till we get our place, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, sure. I had no idea. It was so funny. I mean, I didn't care. I was like, hey, friend. And so it was like one big slumber party. It was so fun having them come and stay. They stayed at my place for like, I want to say, a couple of months, maybe like 2 months. And then they got their own little apartment down from me. But yeah, like we all just slept in the living room. Well, like I gave his mom and daddy my bedroom. Out of respect, because they're, mom and daddy, they're old. So, and then, me and my husband and Jordan and Chris, we all slept down in the living room. We brought mattresses down, and like I had 2 big, nice, comfy couches, that we used and things. So, it wasn't bad, and like we all cooked together, and like we stayed up and watched movies and things, and like, we of a morning time, when we was putting my little girl on the bus, like they'd come out and like we'd all pitch in and like do lunches and stuff. It was just a fun time, and it just makes me sad to know that they're moving away, like 2 hours away to another state, and it's going to be rare. Instead of just being able to walk out my door and go over and be like, hey bub, what you doing? I'm gonna be like having to call him or, plan out a whole trip just to go see him. So it's sad. I'm sad. Just everything just piled up on me at once, like I'm just sad. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to sorry for the shaking, guys, railroad tracks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen to me. I'm so sorry about railroad tracks. No. I'm just sad about everything. Everything's just sort of piling up on me at once. My birthday was in May, and my dad is non-existent in my life, and he normally at least calls me on my birthday. Every year he would call. But this year he did not. And so I still haven't heard from him. And then my only other father, like father-in-law, my husband's dad, he has never really liked me from day one, but we've had our moments, where he seems normal. And they come in for my birthday party and make it all about Jonathan. Like, they go buy him this big old grill, like over $100 grill, and take him away from the party and away from me, and like they're out shopping and doing things and stuff, and it just, that really kind of hurt my feelings and got me depressed. So yeah, and then, just been a lot going on. And my little girl, she turned 13 this year, and that's, a milestone. That's something that I have to come to terms with. I am old enough to have a teenage daughter, and and that's it. You ladies, I don't know. So I have to deal with that, and I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's just a thing, like, ladies, I know you feel me, like, we don't like to talk about our age. Nobody likes to get older. But just the idea, like, she's my little girl, and I still view her as my little girl, as a small little girl, like, she's 5 or something. It just seems like yesterday she was born. And here she is, 13 years old, and I absolutely just blows my mind. Like, I don't understand how this happened. Like, time has just flown by so fast. Like, I'm just in awe of it. But she'll always be my little girl, but she's turned into a young lady. And I know I have to come to terms with that. And soon she'll be 18 and off to college, and it's wow. It's like, what do you do? Where did the time go? It just seems like yesterday I was holding her in my arms, rocking her to sleep, and now she's 13. So that happened. and so this is a really big time for a little girl. Like, little girls turning 13, that's a big deal. Maybe not to boys, but I know when I was turning 13, it was a big deal. And so my little girl, she's like, Mama and Papa just up and decided they wasn't coming because they wanted to go see the Ark, the replica of the Ark down in Kentucky, Noah's Ark. And I'm like, y'all can go see that anytime, really, but your granddaughter's turning 13, and you're going to miss her party, and they've never missed one of her parties, ever. Britain, she didn't know how to take that. So, she's been super depressed lately, and, like, she's mad at Mama and Papa, and, like, she don't want to go to their house. They keep asking, hey, do you want to come spend some time with us before school starts? And, like, here it is, almost time for school to start, and Sissy ain't went down there the first day at all. So there's just been a lot going on, and so I never get any alone time. I never get out of the house by myself. So I figured I would take this opportunity to vlog a little bit, ride around town. Mom, I promised Mom I wouldn't go to the lake by myself. She's terrified I'm going to get kidnapped. So I won't go just because I told her I wouldn't. I don't want to lie to her, so I won't go. This is me not going. But I do need to go. You get a couple of things on my list, which I completely ran off and forgot my list. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to wing it. I'm going to go down here to the little Walmart by my house, neighborhood Walmart. And I'm going to get Sissy's lima beans, because, like, she really likes lima beans, and I don't think we have any more in the pantry. Like, I can't keep them things. And I'm going to look for her frosted animal cookies, because I only buy those for her, like, twice a year. I get a couple boxes, and I will space them out, and I will put them in her lunches as like a treat or a part of her snack or something. I won't let her just eat them whenever, because she would eat all of them in one sitting. Like, she's got a thing about them frosted animal crackers, and they're so sweet, and they're delicious, don't get me wrong, but I can't let her do that. So I have to limit her. She has no off switch. So I promised her that. She's like, Mom, school's starting. Or, we gonna get the cookies? We gonna find the frosted cookies? Like, that's all she's talked about for days. So I promised her when I went back to the store that I would pick her up some of her frosted animal crackers. So I'm gonna go to Walmart and get her a little box if they have them. If not, I'll have to probably check Sam's and get her lima beans. And then I guess I'll be back at the house. Oh, I need gas. My gas light's on, guys. Here I'm just driving around, talking, having a good old time, enjoy some me time because I don't get this often. I've either got Maddox tied to me, or I've got Sissy with me, or I've got John with me, or my mom's with me, or Jordan's with me. Somebody's usually always with me, guys. I never really get any alone time to just kind of have my own thoughts and quiet time. So this is really nice. But I just look down and I'm all like, ooh, I'm on empty. Because normally people's with me and they're like, hey, you better stop at the gas station, because I don't never check. Guys, I will be stranded out on the side of the road somewhere miles away from home and then realize, I need gas, and end up having to call like somebody and be like, hey friend, can you bring me some gas in a can, please? My friends hate me, I'm positive. But anyway, I've gotten better about it. I do at least glance at it. Like now, I just realized, oh, my gas light's on, I better stop at a gas station. Then that's okay, because I was going to Walmart anyway, so I'll do that. But yeah, back to what we were, sorry I got sidetracked, back to what we were talking about earlier about, kids going missing and things. I think the world has, like, if the world had a mind, like I said, it's done lost its mind. Like, they literally, the cheese is done slid off their cracker. I don't understand why people act the way that they act. I don't understand why things happen the way that they happen. I'm one of those people that firmly believe that things happen for a reason, but why do bad things happen? It's like, why do bad things have to happen when it doesn't make any sense? Like, I don't know, it's like a conundrum. That's why I said, I know there's good and I know there's evil, and I don't see what the appeal of hurting a child. Like, I don't understand what the appeal is. Like, what kind of satisfaction can you get from hurting an innocent baby, a child, or an animal? That's another thing. All these people, like here in Kingsport a few months back, and I swear I follow this little story and I'm so happy it lived in things. Some dummy took a dog and tied it to the back of their car and was driving all around Kingsport one night. And just, the poor dog, it lived. But why? Like, why in the hell? What possesses you to take an innocent baby? And I call animals babies because they're just like baby humans. They have to be taken care of. They don't know nothing. They're innocent. And you're going to take a baby and you're going to tie it to the back of your damn car and you go, ooh, if I was out, I guarantee you I would have been in jail. I would have. Because if I had been out in the area that was going on the night that it happened, if I had seen it, I would have done everything in my power, even if it meant taking my car out of their car so that they couldn't drive nowhere and, like, get out and beat the crap out of them. Like, what possesses you to do something that hurtful and that evil? People never cease to amaze me. Never. I will never understand why people have to be the way that they are. I don't know. I'm sad about it. Like, I feel things in my soul. Like, I tell people I was born with an extra heart because that's the way I feel. Like, I feel like when I was born, my heart is so large and I have so much love for everyone and everything that I'll never understand people. Like, I can't physically understand why people would do that. Do you want over in this lane, honey? They put their blinker on. You making me nervous. I'm just gonna pull on up beside you. Anyway, I'll never understand why people do what they do. It's dumb. But I'm here getting ready to pull in at my Walmart over there up on the little hill. See the little Walmart sign? And I will get back to you all in just a minute. Alright, love you, bye.